What's up, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? One Eye Bri back to talk about The Walking Dead Season 8, Episode 2. Some discussion and a little bit of spoiler talk, but it's more discussion right now as I don't have that much spoiler information that's for the episode, but spoiler warning for sure. And if you're concerned about spoilers, definitely stop watching. Here we go, guys. If you want to know, let's discuss and talk about Walking Dead Season 8, Episode 2. So I'm excited for it. Hopefully they keep the ball rolling for Season 8, but it's titled The Damned, and the synopsis says, the plan involving Alexandrians, Kingdomers, and Hilltoppers unfolds. As Rick continues to fight, he encounters a familiar face. So let's talk about the familiar face. That could be a lot of different things. People are like, it's Morales, it's this person, it's that. Don't think it's Morales, but it could be Jadis. I think the fit there is Jadis more than anything, but we didn't see Rick with everybody. Dwight, does he escape from the sanctuary? I think they're locked up for a while. I don't think they get out for an episode or two at least. Father Gabriel, same thing. I don't think he gets out. I think he's still at the sanctuary. So to me, it's probably Jadis. But let's talk about Season 8, Episode 2, what it's going to be. Outpost attacking. Rick and the groups really attack the outposts. And that was the kind of point to lock up the sanctuary so they can take out the outposts while the sanctuary is occupied with a bunch of walkers. So Morgan, Diane, Jesus, Tara, they go and attack the outpost, which I assume is going to be with other people, because that's not a lot of people to take out the entire outpost, because you know the outpost people are there. And Tara, I don't really have confidence that she knows what she's doing exactly 100% yet. So we need some more fighters, which I'm sure we'll get maybe this episode or maybe episode 803. But they get inside at some point. So you got Tara leading the way, then Jesus, Morgan, and Diane. So the plan is to attack the outposts. Will they keep them as prisoners? Will they kill them? Will they capture them? I think a little bit of both. I think they eventually take prisoners. They're not going to kill everybody. But Tara she looks scared here. I'm not sure what she's looking at, if it's walkers or people or what. So we'll see if it's in this episode or not, but I think it is. Tara and Jesus eventually have a conflict here. If it's a revenge mission or this, Tara's probably taking people out, and maybe their job is to take prisoners and use that as to say, not kill everybody, but take them as prisoners as bait, trade, talk, resolve the conflict and have them working together instead of just killing them all, which it's war though. So people are going to have casualties. Not sure, how it's exactly going to go down, but we're back to the Outpost satellite station that we saw in Season 6. Morgan is going to be there. Like I said, I don't know if this is episode 802 or 803, but they're back around there because you see all the rest of the people and they weren't lined up with them, Eduardo and the Hilltop people. But I would assume that eventually they get there and maybe they have the full-blown attack this episode or the next. Just trying to put the stuff together from the trailers and from what we've seen online. But I'm excited, guys. The action is going to be here. Hopefully they actually take some people out and not hit brick walls. The other sneak peek that we have seen is the cars come rolling up with the armor on the sides and they start shooting at saviors. You see a group of saviors standing around and they're getting weapons together and there's some woman in charge, and then all of a sudden you see these cars fly up and it's the same cars that are behind Aaron, and they're shooting and they're doing this and they're taking out the saviors, and you don't see them taking them out, you just see them shooting. You don't see if they're hitting anybody, but I think this is the battle that we have a casualty, and I think we start getting casualties starting in episode 802 and moving on to 803, and I believe the casualty is going to be Eric with this episode or the next, but we're going to start losing people, and it starts in 802 most likely. And I didn't see this in a sneak peek, but I believe Rick and Daryl attack a different building or a different part of the building with Tobin and Aaron. But you see in the promotion picture here, Rick is in this shot here, and he's got the same gun. He's walking down the hallway. So I believe it's that picture with Rick and Daryl going into a building, one of the outposts, a different outpost than the satellite station. So their plan is to take out a couple of different outposts by the groups at different points. So I believe the Kingdom and Ezekiel, them are going off into another one. Tobin, the Alexandrians and Aaron are in another one. And Rick, Daryl are probably with Tobin and Aaron, I would assume. Or they're doing their own thing, taking people out. So you can see stuff gets crazy. Rick gets into a fight, but Rick and Daryl are back together kicking butt. And I'm excited for it, guys. How about you? Rick and Daryl kicking some booty, taking names. Don't know if they're killing people or capturing people or what they're doing. Maybe a little bit of both. There's going to be casualties for sure. But Rick, there he's got his gun pointed. And you can see a couple other people behind Daryl. And I don't know if this is from 802, but I just put together from the trailer that we have for the rest of season 8. The next part that we do see is Carol in the sneak peek that was on Talking Dead. Carol and Ezekiel are attacking somewhere, and I'm assuming it's something to do with this warehouse. Maybe this is the same point or not. This is from the San Diego Comic-Con trailer, but this part is definitely from 801. But when they were attacking that one outpost where the guy threw the grenade, and it was kind of ridiculous because they had all these guns and all these people. I mean, look at all those guns, and there was a car in the way, so the guy ducked behind it. So you kind of believe it. But I thought Morgan cleared out this outpost right here, because in the beginning of it, you see Morgan stab his stick through the Savior, and it's the same Paz Industrial Research that is there. Here's the grenade going off. And it probably blows open the door where walkers are coming through, because in the sneak peek, you see walkers attacking Carol and Ezekiel and the rest of the Kingdomers. But they were in that urgent care door. They were banging on the door trying to get out, and the grenade was right around there, and it blew open the door, and the walkers came out of that door, and there's smoke and stuff. And this is where Ezekiel takes out some walkers, and I'm sure Jerry, I think this is one where Jerry smashes down with his battle axe on top of the head of the zombie. And pretty cool. But in the other promotional picture, you see Carol in the woods. So I would assume they get out unscathed at some point, or unless it jumps around again. Is there more time jumps? Is there more, timelines? But I don't think so. Carol and Ezekiel in the woods. To me, I put together that they're in the woods getting their game plan together to attack another outpost for, before that or after that. Again, I don't know if there's timeline jumps again, or that was just in the premiere. But Ezekiel has his group together. Jerry looks on. There's a lot of Kingdom guys in the woods, and I believe this is where they get their stuff together. Jerry, I believe, has a radio and gives to Ezekiel. And again, right now, guys, it's a discussion about 802. I don't have the spoilers just yet, so when I get it, I'll make a video. But it looks to be where they're all in the woods from the trailer, the San Diego Comic-Con trailer right there, getting their act together, getting their game plan together. Jerry looks a little bloody in some of the clips that we've seen online, and just put the pictures together. So it looks the fog and the mist and stuff from the explosion behind him. And I believe this is the bad news, the sad news, where Shiva doesn't make it out of this episode. She's surrounded by walkers, and I think she helps Ezekiel and Jerry escape, is what my guess is. If it's not episode 802, it's most likely 803, where Shiva gets devoured by walkers. It's going to be sad. It's going to suck. But again, we don't have that information just yet, but when we do, we will post it and let you know in another video. So that's my early discussion about 802, what to expect this week's episode. If you can, check out my book series, Fight for Us, online. We got books 1, 2, and 3 available now on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, Kindle versions. Again, the book series is called Fight for Us. We have another YouTube channel, guys, called The Walking Dead News. We post stuff there. More and more, we're going to be posting more stuff there, so give us a follow on that channel. Instagram, Twitter, at the PT channel. We post stuff there pretty much regularly about some good stuff with The Walking Dead community. On Facebook, we have a page and a group. Everyone's welcome to join. And if you're on Facebook, definitely check it out. If you can, guys, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you have, thank you. You guys are awesome. Help us achieve our goal of 100,000 subscribers. You guys are awesome, and thank you for watching.